How you doing? I don't know about you, but I'm kind of thirsty. I had gone on a long run earlier, and you can hear not much water in my cup anymore, so a little parched. But I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Today, we're continuing our journey through the book of Matthew. As we talked in Matthew, today, he actually talks about himself. As Matthew wrote this, Matthew talks about himself. And this is like probably the only time he talks about himself in here. And he's not getting the glory to himself. He's actually giving it to God and showing how great God is for calling him. Okay, so this is taken from Matthew chapter 9, verses 9 through 13. Okay, and this is the calling of Matthew. Or as I would title it today, Hanging Out with Sinners. It says this: as Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth. Let me stop right there. The tax collector at that time was just considered a bad person, okay? He was collecting taxes for the Romans, okay? So he was essentially working for the Romans. So the Jewish people at that time wanted nothing to do with the Romans because they were they were conquered by the Romans, okay? And so they were subject to the Romans. And Matthew was collecting taxes for the Romans, and so they weren't happy about it. And what they would do is, let's say I owed $10 tax, okay? That $10 tax Matthew would have to collect, and he would give $10 to the Romans. However, if he was going to make any money, he would have to collect, say, $11, $12, or whatever, to make, on the top, for money for himself, like a handling fee, okay? So that's what he did. However, what the tax collectors were doing was they were going beyond that, and they'd go, that'd be $20, okay, instead of just $10, and people are freaking out, like $20. And you know what? He could collect it because he had the Romans on his side. All he needed to do was call over some soldiers and say, this guy's not paying his taxes, and as a result, they would be put in jail, okay? So that's what Matthew and the other tax collectors were known for doing that. And it was dishonest what they were doing with that, and that's why they were hated so much, okay? And that's why they were called sinners. Let me keep reading here. And Jesus went to the tax collector's booth. Follow me, he told him, and Matthew got up and followed him. While Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with the tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners." Okay? So, I want you to see here that when Jesus called Matthew, it says he immediately went up and followed him. Okay? He just left the tax collecting business. Okay? A very prosperous business, but he left the tax collecting business and followed him. Then what he did, he went home and had Jesus come to dinner, and he invited all his pagan friends. That would be who he would hang out with, was the sinners and the heathen, okay? So he invites those people, okay? What a better way to introduce people to Jesus. So he's throwing a party, and the reason he's throwing the party is because he's now going to be following Jesus, and he's inviting other people to see this Jesus, okay? So a great thing. When we have, like, you have a newborn that's born to you, you throw a big party, because you're wanting to celebrate and show everybody, hey, we just had a baby. So in the same way, and Matthew's going, hey, look, I'm going to be following Jesus, and he wants to introduce other people to that. Okay. The Pharisees, however, had a cow about this because they were like, he's hanging out with these sinners. Okay. And then Jesus addresses that and says, I've come for the sick, not for the healthy. Let me tell you a little story here. I'm pretty much as healthy as a horse as far as I know. I haven't been to the doctor in quite a long time. But the other day I decided I was going to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, called him up, made an appointment, and went there, and went in, and then I was called in back to the doctor's office, and they asked me a whole bunch of questions, have you been coughing, have you been sneezing, all this stuff, and the answer was no to everything. And so finally, and the nurse goes, okay, so you're pretty much healthy? I'm like, yeah, healthy as a horse. And she goes, okay. It seemed odd to her. And then later she leaves, and the doctor comes in, and he looks over my chart there, and he goes, well, everything seems to be in order. And he checks my heart and everything, and he says, you're as healthy as a horse. And he goes, what are you in here for? And I said, I just came in. I thought it's time to come in and hang out with you and see how things are going. And he's like, why? Don't you know? See, I have a waiting room full of patients, sick patients that need me. And you come in and wasting my time with that you're all healthy. And I said, yeah. He said, don't you know what the purpose of a doctor is? I said, chit chat. He said, no, the purpose of a doctor is to help the sick people. Okay, I'm not here to chit chat with the healthy people. I'm here to help the sick people. In the same way, that's what Jesus said to these Pharisees. He says, I've come for the sinners. I have not come for the righteous. I've come for the sinners and to redeem them. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue our study with the book of Matthew. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.